Welcome back, party people.
Oh, I'm intoxicated. I got a legend on the way. I'm falling for you, baby. What can I do to make you stay? The bassline's taking over. We've come too far to turn around. So turn the music louder and let my feet not touch the ground. Driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running wild. 'Cause I'm in a daze and you're driving me crazy. Please can you stay even just for the night? I'm losing my way, but don't try to contain me, 'cause I'm still running wild. Running wild. Oh yeah. Running wild. Oh yeah.
Now that?
Oh my god. Hey there, Mr.
I told you.
Oh yeah, you told me the one
told you.
time out of
You
like
never listened.
500 times. Congratulations, dude. You finally actually came through for the first time ever. Yay!
Hey, there's a first time for everything.
There is. There really is. All right, so Loki.
Yes.
There are like 14 Easter eggs in the fucking first minute and a half where they're just literally like opening up the show. Like it's
Like in the credits?
No, yeah, right at the beginning where it's like traveling and you hear like clips of different characters and stuff and you know blah blah blah. Dude, you need to watch this guy. This guy is fucking like Master Marvel Geekathon, you know, level 11 master. Because he like caught all sorts of shit that like, yeah, I didn't. And I'm always trying to look, you know, but he's watching it in like 0.25 speed and shit, so that's not really fair.
Oh, yeah. Like, see, when I was watching it originally, like the episode where they go to the
The
where
Void.
the Algorath is, or whatever it is.
Elioth.
Ilioth, yeah, that guy with all the multiple Lokis. That's
Spit it out.
sorry. So yeah, that one when they do a like pan scene where they're panning through the earth and to get down to the layer underground, and that's where Thor Frog is. Throg.
Yep. Throg.
And as I saw it panning, I was like, oh, there's something in that jar jumping around that I'll have to go back and like look at. And so, so usually what I'll do is like go back and rewatch the last episode before the next episode comes out.
That's what's so crazy about this show.
The last one was a lot. Like there was a lot to bring in.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, you know about the Council of Kings?
Do I know about the Council of Kings? Of course I know about the Council of Kings.
No, not kings, Kangs.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, so Kang is such a time traveling like whore. You know what I mean? Like he's like Loki. He's like Loki on steroids, basically. So he can manipulate time, space, you know, portals, all this shit. Like that's why they couldn't stab him with a knife, and that's why he had every fucking piece of dialogue already written down. for them. He's like, "Oh, you don't believe me? Here, let me give you let me give you the breakdown. Here's these documents that show what you're about to say." So he basically has, been one of, like there's different versions of him. That's the thing. So there's what's called the Council of Kings, and it's the Kang the Conqueror, Kang the jerk, Kang the this, and that's why he told him, like, I'm the most, like, I'm the nicest version of myself.
Right? It could get worse.
Yeah, it can get totally worse. So.
I'm most afraid of myself, is what he says at the very beginning of that speech. And
yes, and he's very tired of being around. Right? He's just like, I kind of feel tired. That's the best word. So, long story short, is he, in the comics, he had created, like he says in the show, he has created, took, like, all the Kangs were talking to each other back in the Disney. They were all like, chill with each other. It was self-congratulatory, and it was, blah blah blah. He's like, but then, the malevolent ones, or the malevolent ones, like, wanted to take over, and then there was this big battle, and I had to step in. So here's the thing, though, is like, so to me, and they don't define this, none of the, like, videos I've watched actually discuss this, is that even though he is maybe the nicest version of Kang, he's the most powerful. So that's why he's kind of like, he's defeated every other version of himself, right? That's why he sits on the throne. That's why he's bored. That's why he tells him, I've been doing this for 1,000,000 lifetimes. I've lived 1,000,000 lifetimes. It doesn't work out unless we have a TVA. So he creates a TVA because it just creates less work for him. Right? It just helps him fucking chill. Because he's tired of it. Imagine, like, dude, I don't hate my job, but there are moments when I'm going through something that I've gone through 1,000,000 times, and you're just like, I've explained this. How are people so stupid moment? Like, come on. Like, really? Like, you don't understand basic finance? So, anyways, imagine having that moment 1,000,000 times over, and each 1,000,000 times over you have that conversation, or whatever his like, like, I'm getting bored moment happens, 20 times a day, 365 for eternity. Imagine that, dude. It's like, corporate account speaking, how can I help you? From fucking,
well, just imagine trying to manage all those timelines, like.
But that's what the TVA did for him, though, is it was very problematic, for him when it first happened, because obviously there was Kang, fight, all Kangs are fighting, just like Loki's, but Loki's are like the banterweights, and the Kangs are the heavyweights, like the main ticket, the main draw. And when the Kangs would fight, because there were so many of them, just like there were Lokis, but Lokis were nowhere near as powerful as this guy. He would, this one that Jonathan Powers that survived was so powerful, or maybe absorbed power. I don't even know. It's not, I don't know the King the Conqueror thing just became like nomenclature that I recognize just recently, because I'm like, oh, who, what? And then I like Wikipedia'd it and shit. So anyways, I'm like, oh, okay. But my point is that once I realized this, it's called the Council of Kangs, and it's all the different Kangs, like the most powerful ones from all the different multiverses. And
so you're telling me that guy in the last Loki episode, he's a Kang?
Oh, absolutely, he's a Kang. He's Kang the Conqueror. But again, there's like 12 iterations of that particular character. So there's like Kang the, this. There's like Kang the Conqueror, Kang the Benevolent, Kang the, the Intelligent, whatever. Like there's like each different version because he just keeps replicating himself, just like Loki did. Loki was better at reproducing himself because he was such a binary part of the program, whereas Kang is the guy that actually creates and destroys things. Like that's why we're going to see the God Butcher. The God Butcher is going to be, I forget who plays him, but we're going to see that, and that guy is like, who is it? Anyways, so there's that. The God Butcher's coming into the bad, being one of the villains. But here's the insane part, dude. Is that Marvel could literally, some guy like estimated that if they just take their time, right, and get us interested, because I'm sure when we were all interested in Iron Man, it's Robert Downey Jr. We're all interested in Thor, big dude, axe, hammer, fucking, blah, blah, blah. But when you get to like, Black Widow and Hawkeye, and Winter Soldier, and all those minor characters. Spider-Man counts as like a main character, but everybody else. So Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, who else is like just like the main characters? Because everybody else is just a background character, even though they carry a big part of the program. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Spider-Man's definitely a main character.
Of course, main character, but Guardian, I wouldn't call Peter Quill, Guardians of the Galaxy, a main character.
Oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, no, that's a ancillary story.
Yeah, exactly. So that you get that. So there's that main focus, and it's and one of that's what's so crazy about this fucking shit, dude. Is the detectives that we have working for us that go and watch, Iron Man or whatever, at one point.
Hey, Swirl, we're in India somewhere, I think. I was looking for some place near water because I had my heart set on some water landings.
There you go. So, but all the people online that just fucking figure this shit out for you, like that.
Oh yeah, there's always some dude online who's read all the
and,
comics and he can tell you.
Right, and you're just like, oh fuck. Like, so do you remember the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Or was it 1? No, yeah, it was 1. It was 1. So they fucked over those gold people, right? People that were like, painted gold and shit. And at the end of it, they lose the battle, and like that main bitch who wanted to fuck Peter Quill was like, oh, maybe you could show me the archaic ways of, creating a child, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
that's part 2.
No, that's part 1. Because part 2 is when Yondu dies, and at the end of the movie, it's about his funeral.
I don't know about that.
No, I can promise you, I've watched these movies 1,000 times, dude. So in Guardians of the Galaxy 1, they're fighting the fucking gold people. Like, because the gold people want their shit, right? And then in part 2 of the Guardians of the Galaxy, that's when Peter meets his dad, right? His dad being fucking Kirk Douglas, and he's a planet, like, God-level eternal guy. Remember that?
Yeah, but it's because they're being chased by the people with the gold people that you're talking about, that he meets them in the first place.
I will give you $1,000.
Oh, yeah, what's up?
No, you're terrible. So either way,
you're wrong.
No, I'm just saying, I'm just willing to just, bend and flex to your stupidity. We're good.
It's all right.
So
you can be wrong
either
all the
way,
time.
listen. Either way, the gold bitch says to somebody comes to her and says, the council or whoever, the people in charge, the big wigs, you're
Big
about
dogs.
ready to get fucking. You're about ready to get fucking your ass torn up because you fucked up. So the bigwigs want to talk to you. And she goes, because I've wasted our resources? No, bitch, because you're ugly. Yes, because you wasted our resources. You're terrible. You're terrible. And she goes, well, I think they'll be happy with my new creation. And then what does she say? Mr. I know everything about the movies. Go ahead, buddy.
She says, my
she
new
says
creation,
what? Uh-huh.
The
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
the thing.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, I already said it.
Okay, yeah, which is named what?
Goliath.
You know what's... Ooh, it's so funny that you say that. It is... In the, like if you were to look at life from a biblical standpoint, there'd be one main, like meaning like you're reading the Bible, right? Reading the Bible, reading, Bible reading.
Right. Like
And then, like you do, shit happens. And then you meet this main guy, because the main guy is like the main guy of the story, He's like the Jim Carrey of the story. Big, powerful, living in the sky, dreams of flying high kind of guy. Then he creates somebody.
he creates somebody. We lost you, Seebs.
So what's his name?
You broke up for like a good 45 seconds.
I don't give a shit.
So his name is Johnson Von Johnson.
No, dude. So she's like,
John Von Johnson.
I will call him Adam. So that is a completely new character.
What is it called?
Adam.
Adam.
That's the golden, like she has a, at the end of the movie where, she's like, wait till they see what I've created. It's beyond all expectations. So he is a good guy. So yeah, dude, all this shit, like, it's insane. Like, Rocket's gonna die. You know that, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
So no, I'm serious. Apparently there's
Don't
this,
fucking
like,
give me any goddamn spoilers if you fucking know this shit to be legit. Like, I don't want
I
any
don't
fucking
know it to be
spoilers.
legit.
I'm
I
saying
don't
it's
mean-
not legit then. I think
Hey,
you're
guess
full
what?
of shit.
I don't, dude.
I know
You know
that
what
I have a feeling somebody's gonna die. I don't know that it's gonna be Rocket though.
I love that you're so angry about it.
I am angry about it. You
You
don't know.
really like Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket's awesome.
Dude, my favorite, like behind the scenes part of
Hey, I say it's been a minute since we shouted out our sponsor. Brondo has got what plants crave.
What is it? Hey, what does it do? What does it do to thirst again?
Brondo's got what plants crave.
Yeah, it's got electrolyte.
It's got electrolytes.
Yes. What does it do to thirst though?
Oh, it is the thirst mutilator. You thirsty?
Dude.
You ready for that thirst
Yes.
to be mutilated?
Oh my
Brondo.
god, I can't wait. Mutilated thirst.
For the last time, I'm pretty sure what's killing the crops is this Brondo stuff.
But Brondo's got what plants crave. It's got electrolytes.
It's got electrolytes.
500 years in the future, and it's literally happening in
You're really weak. I can't hear you. I'm hearing a fan or something though, pretty well.
Yeah, sorry. I'm outside smoking a cigarette and it's blowing the wind.
Okay.
Wind, as you would say.
Wind.
Yeah, I saw this streamer and she said something like the wind, and I'm like, oh, you're obviously in Texas. And she's like, how did you know?
Because we pronounce the H's. There's an
You
H in there.
You pronounce too many H's.
Nah, I pronounce just the right amount of H's.
Okay, so go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H.
H, the end.
Yeah,
That's all you need.
what?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, the end.
So, what? H. You see the difference?
H.
You're like, yeah. So it's A B C D E F G H, not A B C D E F G H. And that's what you do with, you know.
Get a lot of fancy ideas for a lady.
What and where. It's like you're rolling your R's in Spanish, but instead of R's, it's H's. I think that's what it is. 'Cause you guys just want to like add a little flair, a couple 15 pieces of flair to your talk.
Add some flair. Yeah, we definitely do some gymnastics with language. It's because
Well,
it's
dude,
to be
like,
enjoyed.
In New York, a lot of people say X instead of S.
Axe.
Yeah, but let me ask you a question.
Oh yes, I've heard this.
Yes. Let me ask you a question.
Axe. yeah.
Where on earth, you know, or dog in Boston, take my dog for a walk in the park.
Taking a dog
Oh.
for a walk in the park.
All it is the hinging on what syllable or what, you know, letter in the word you're hinging on, right? So you can say walk, right? For walking. Walk. That's, you can pronounce it that way.
You
can
cannot pronounce it that way.
You can't. I just did.
No.
Walk, right? You can say walk. You can say wow,
Walk.
wow,
Walk.
or you. Right. I mean, so that's the whole point. It's like, you know, the guy in Wanted Boy, man, talking about the nibble and tang down and sing and bang down. You know, so
Yeah.
people from
The
people
most
from that
difficult
area-
word for foreigners to learn in English, like when people try to demonstrate that English is a difficult language to learn, they talk about through.
Yeah, oh,
Because
no,
it's
that,
spelled thrug. It's
Yeah, no,
pronounced
or-
through, and there's 3 different meanings.
Oh no, dude! There's a famous, you know,
Like-
not anymore, of course, but there's a famous I Love Lucy little bit they did to show basically like just like you're saying. So Lucy and Ricky are like, you know, in their separate beds that are separated, of course, 'cause they can't sleep in the same bed back then. And, you know, she's like, hey, here's
And you
a
know
book.
that that's a television fallacy, right? Like the adults always slept in the same beds together in the 50s, that they just couldn't show that on television.
Of course,
The
dude, they
censors
couldn't.
wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, they could
So
even
the
show.
fallacy that people slept in separate beds in the 50s is
No,
a
dude,
fallacy.
yes, 100%, dude. People were banging in the 50s way harder than we are now. Trust me, because there was no AIDS, there was no HPV, there was no this, it was just bang, bang, bang. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, bang bang bang
Yeah,
goes the trolley.
bang, just fucking. Oh, you know what? did my dick slip into this other chick? Yeah. Yeah, it was no big deal. But
Don't even worry about it, see? Because there's no such thing as an
yeah.
AIDS.
There's penis and vaginas, come on by, I'm gonna get high.
Come on down and get some dick.
So anyways, yeah, like back then it wasn't a big deal, and you know, the whole like stigma
Stigma.
has been schmegma has been about like, yeah, just, you know, like the AIDS thing, like you say, it's not a big huge deal, but it is. Like, if you're doing crack cocaine, smoking cock, drinking the crack.
Drinking weed, smoking beers. Dude, have you, speaking of Jackass, have you seen the Jackass Shark Week special?
No, I've been watching the Shark. It's, in fact, you need to like recalculate. You actually call it Shark Fest now?
Shark Week.
Because no, Shark Fest.
No, Shark Fest is like on Nat Geo. Like they try to rip
but
off
I'm
Shark
all
Week.
about the Shark Fest. You know why?
Why?
It shows so much more graphic shit, dude. Like, oh my god.
Dude,
Like,
hang on. I'm in the middle of telling you a thing. Have you seen?
Oh, I see.
Have you seen Jackass? The Jackass special for Shark Week yet?
Is it? Are we talking live? Are we talking new? Are we talking?
Yes, the one
replay
that
of,
just
like,
aired for Shark Week.
No.
A brand new episode.
No,
that
I'm not.
it started on Sunday. It was on Sunday. Was the day that it aired, and they decided, the fellas, they got together, the Brain Trust, and decided that they were going to do the old Fonzie stunt of actually jumping a shark. And so they get a guy, and they
didn't. Wait.
no, they did.
Stop.
And the Jackass movie
You know
is
what?
coming out.
Hey,
He's the
hey,
new
hey,
generation
I said-
of Jackass.
If I said, hey, you made a poopy in your diaper, you made a Fonzie in your diaper, are you gonna know the difference?
Not really.
Nope.
Not if I don't know. So
Keep going. Yeah, no, keep going.
So,
This can't be real, though.
no, it's rushed. It aired on Sunday. I'm sure you can see it. They were talking about it on TMZ again today. All right. So they decided that they're going to jump a shark. In fact, they're like, well, it's going to be really hard to get one shark there. So we're going to put this ramp in a place where there's lots of sharks. So we're certain that he's jumping a shark. In fact, he's going to be jumping about a dozen sharks. And so they put him on like a long, and he jumps through the air off of the ramp. Underwater camera he's going and grabs him by the hand. See, like they had to blur the pictures after like 80% of the way across the wrist.
Okay, I get it. His hand has been turned into a fucking
His hand was held.
ligaments. Yeah.
And so, they rushed his ass to the hospital, like, just come running in and, like, dive in, and, like, one of them, like, dives right on top of him because, like, all the sharks are coming in after him.
Oh my
at this
god,
point.
he kicks him right in the hands?
No, he saved his life because all they did on this jet ski.
I don't even know, like, just so much respect for somebody willing to do something like that.
Out of there on a second boat, like, that was, like, faster so that they could get him to a hospital. And, yeah, like, even after...
Alright, enough, dude, enough.
But you gotta see it, dude.
No.
So they did a couple of other stunts. Sharks are attracted to shiny things and yellow things.
Where do you think I...
Golds. With all these gold, like, sea matador. And so...
I was wondering when the story was gonna end.
he was able to like olay a couple of, and while the sharks eat the fish off of the wakeboard,